41 years of 5,000 plus. Cycling in the rain for transportation requires way less dedication than riding in the rain for fun and leisure. And I should know, because I've been doing both for nearly 41 years. I was a barely 19-year-old cycle-curious youngster in May of 1980. I was cycle-curious enough to borrow my buddy and future best man Jack's bike to see if cycling the mean streets of suburbia just north of the D.C. Beltway was an avenue I wanted to explore. Turns out it was, and I spent my summer cycling 7.3 miles back and forth from mommy and daddy's to work, as well as to my new friend, future fiancé, and wife for life's rented room 11 miles away. I liked cycling, and by the time I turned 20, 47 weeks later, my 5,000 plus annual mileage habit was firmly established, an average I maintained over the next 4 decades. I turned 60 this April, and rather than hoping to hit 5,000 miles, I did some Jethro Bodine ciphering. I've always used the 100 miles per week gauge to get me to my goal, but I went ahead and divided 5,000 by 365 to determine that I have to ride an average of 13.7 miles per day every day to ensure reaching my goal. I'm still a cycle commuter, and my total to and from home to work is pretty close to what it was back in my teen years at 16 miles round trip, a distance that puts me in the black every day that I ride to work, and riding to work approaches 98% of the days that I work. There's a glitch, of course. This boomer likes to work, but as I don't have to work full-time, I do not, which means that I ride to work a whole lot less than 98% of 250. What's a guy to do? Well, in my case, I decided to see how many days in a row I could cycle this year, a goal that circles back to my thesis statement concerning the dedication required to cycle in adverse conditions for leisure as opposed to transpo. February 15th brought another chilly, 36-degree, and rainy weather to Raleigh, North Carolina, and I really would have been happy to skip the ride and go jog for some exercise. But when one is on a streak, then substitutes are not allowed. By the way, indoor cycling doesn't count either. I ride my bike. Left with the choice of breaking the streak or riding in the rain, I bundled up in appropriate gear, got my numerous lights a-flashing, and set out for my ride. How far did I go? Why, 7.3 miles, of course. Keep riding, be safe, and count your indoor miles to your heart's contents.